several channels I watch of people from America that live outside of the country in other countries, and them coming home for the holidays and being tested, like 4 times with a, Q-tip thing up your nose just to get in and out of the country. The wall is going up soon, and are going to be finished soon, probably in another maybe year tops, but they're getting close to finishing it. So as it is, they know that they can't force a vaccination in Western countries as easy as they can in other countries or whatever. So what they've, decided to do, which everybody knows about pretty much, is to make it to where you have to have a certificate saying you got the vaccine in order to get in and out of the country. So, for those of us who want to leave the country or whatever and are trying to prepare for that, save money or whatever, they've done basically locked it down in a sense. So it's going to be more like escaping the country if people were to do so. But so yeah, they're going to require it for everything from schools, jobs, probably driver's license coming up, to just everything. So you can't buy, sell, or whatever without it, type of deal. You can't function, live without it. They're going to make it to where, it's like your social security number or anything. Anyway, all this stuff has been pre-planned. So all this stuff that they've done, this is a bioweapon. They're a bunch of liars. They did this on purpose. And then for them to roll out with this vaccine so fast, and humans have been in existence for thousands of years without vaccines and bullshit. But they've gotten people so dependent on this medical system, generation after generation, so dependent on, gotta run to the doctor on every little thing. Don't know your own bodies that you live with every day. In the age of technology, with all this information you can research, every time I research stuff about my own body, I'm right. Or other people's medical problems, I'm right on. The doctor will say the same thing or whatever. But when it comes to treatment, they want to use chemicals, and the general public don't question it, and they will take the medications these doctors hand them without question, because they put their faith in these people. You're putting your faith in these doctors. They've got you. So this medical system's gotten out of control. It's just as big as the military industry. So we got this medical industry, which is pretty much backed by the military industry. So as far as forcing vaccines, they're just gonna sideswipe us all and make everybody have to have a certificate. So as it is, we have smart tech up in our home. We're being spied on 24/7. Plus, we're also being nuked daily from the nuclear power plants releasing that radiation, electromagnetic radiation stuff on us. There's no regulation on that, but yet our country wants to keep us safe. There's no regulations and certain things on everything we're living in is unsafe. They're a bunch of liars. Anyway, let me finish playing that. Let me play this real quick.
Which is called in Brazil, which means that
he was talking about how they got trade going on with China. See, ever since periodically I look at marine traffic, air traffic, all this stuff, and especially during the beginning of this situation this year in 2020, I was looking at marine traffic, air traffic and stuff, and most of the traffic from China switched to basically Brazil. Okay, so he's talking about how their relations from, with Brazil and China coming over there in Brazil doing tests on vaccines, even though China outnumbers Brazil in population, but they're going to go over there and test them on vaccines and stuff, and they're all buddy-buddy, doing trade.
That people will move from other states to come to São Paulo to have this Sinovac vaccine. So far, nothing has been.
They're trying out 3 or 4 vaccines
yet,
on Brazil.
But expectation will be January 25th from São Paulo state and February, March from the Brazilian federal government. It's important to say that China and Brazil has a very good relationship, trade relationship.
Yeah, no.
Since 2009, China is the biggest trading partner of Brazil.
Yep.
And China is helping Brazil to fight against the common enemy, that is COVID-19. So this is one of the sectors that China may assist Brazil. This is the health sector. But also, China can promote to Brazil.
Take Canada, for example. Not everybody welcomes it. Figures from Ledger ACS reveal that 52% of those aged between 25 to 34 see mandatory vaccination a human rights violation, and 17% refuse vaccination outright. And in America, there is also half of the population.
If your doctor or these health people
want
to come in and say, whatever on your health, and they're fucking unhealthy looking motherfuckers.
I grew up in Swaziland in southern Africa. When I was 6 years old, I had measles, which mutated into encephalitis, which is a life-threatening disease. Had I got measles, I wouldn't have got measles 5 years later, because vaccinations.
He'd bring that shit up.
Vaccinations are a fundamental way to deliver public health, and I make it necessary to have a vaccine in order to engage in certain activities.
See?
So, for example, we could insist that you have to have a vaccination certificate before you come into the country or before you cross borders. We could insist that you have a vaccination before you enroll in school. And that is not common around the world, and that is about putting public health ahead of individual rights. And I think that is appropriate in this setting.
We've also collected.
We don't give a fuck what you think. It's not your body. It's our bodies. Here's what the deal is. Because I've read documents from the World Health Organization, and they are promoting this vaccine stuff, along with, their bioweapon or whatever. But they're going to promote this vaccine so strongly in every which way possible, including the little television shows and stuff people watch, every little news, even commercials, every which way possible, magazines, and anything they can, the grocery store, you name it. They're going to be promoting this vaccine hardcore to try to make people believe it's safe, this, that, and the other. There's problems. Lots of problems. For one, you can live without vaccines. This is bullshit. You shouldn't put your faith in man and their man-made, altered, modified, perverted stuff. This is just like before the Great Flood. A lot of, they took the Apocrypha out of the Bible, just dirty finger dipping as usual, and their silver tongue shit. So they're gonna silver tongue you. They're gonna use some idols, some Hollywood. They're gonna do whatever to vaccinate your ass that they've been planning on long before 2020. Okay? They've been planning this shit for a while, and it just got to the, they were just getting so fucking anxious in 2019 that they were searching for whoever could, basically come out with the right, and here we are in 2020. So they've been doing mind manipulation on people with the TV, the scrying mirror, one-sided story, one-sided everything. Why does all these countries have federal government? Now, I need to research that. I think I've researched that before and I forgot. I don't know. I'm surrounded by electromagnetic energy. I have a tester. We all are. It's everywhere. And so they're spying on us 24/7. So they're going to know your every move, wherever you go, this, that, and the other. They're going to make it impossible because they have ways to do it to make it impossible, you know. It's going to be like that movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers or whatever it was, where they're the ones that were invaded turned into zombie type people, and then they pointed out the ones that were acting normal, that weren't invaded by the body snatchers, and they'd go and point them out and stuff. That's what it's going to be like for the most part. And, you know, they got ways of doing it. They got ways to control people's minds. They got ways to influence people. You know, all it takes is a little thing to sidetrack somebody, and next thing you know, anything could happen. I remember a movie scene, I can't remember the name of the movie, where a guy sticks a pencil on top of a mailbox and balances it there. And then when that pencil falls, all kinds of things happen, chain reaction, you know, including people getting killed. But they have the technology to do that, because back in 2007, 2008, during the hedge fund deal and all that, which they have no laws upon stopping, and they still do hedge funds today like it's a normal thing. Because they don't, you know, have no laws against it. You know, all the crimes seem to, you know, white collar crimes and stuff pretty much can run amok while this government and whoever does whatever to us all. And we're the masses letting the few do this shit. But, so they got ways to track you, that you're not vaccinated, and this, that, and the other. They got it all set up. It's been set up for years and years and years, and they got us all right where they want us right now, obeying, submitting and obeying, condoning, definitely dependent on the grocery stores, the medical system, putting our faith in man on everything. Luckily, there's movements out there that, you know, go back to basic stuff in primitive ways, natural, holistic, you know, ways and knowledge, medicines, and, you know, just basic, simple, natural ways to live that we're all human and we should be living anyway. Eating natural foods. There's nothing wrong with natural foods. It should not be through a food manufacturer. You should not be going to the store and buying food from manufacturers. We are too dependent. They got us right where they want us. That's what it really boils down to. Now what's up? If you're not growing your own food, and you're not supplied up, and you're not, you know, self-dependent, you know, self-reliant for the next however long, you're going to be screwed. We're all going to be screwed. Either we stop this shit, nip it in the bud, or let them continue. You know, there's several ways they can release their bioweapons on us. They have tested on Americans over the years without their knowledge or consent. They've tested on other countries, on their peoples, and everything with their weapons and stuff. So, their bioweapons and shit. You know, the stuff with cancer, too, is, you know, a lot of people are finding out a big lie. You know, when my husband was dying, he had 1 month to live. He was already in stage 4 cancer. It's like, wow, we just found out he had cancer, and then he was automatically in stage 4 cancer. It's like, what? And they drugged him to death, mainly. And they wanted, and there was different doctors wanting to sell him different chemo packages. Just like fucking car salesmen and shit. Or just like, you know what I mean? You're at the carnival. They're all wanting you to, you know, play this game. Spend this money. Do this. Do that. It's a fucking show. A bunch of showmen. A bunch of salesmen. Silver tongues. Want you to believe them. They're the experts over you. They govern over you. They're the authority. It's all lies, people. All lies. And these vaccinations over the years have caused a lot of problems, including to my mother. That polio vaccination shit back in the day fucked her up. You know, so everybody knows somebody, right? That's been fucked up medically. Not to mention, you know, drug overdoses, because these doctors pass out drugs like candy, because our doctors are foreigners. A lot of them are from war-torn countries and countries we pick fights with. So, you know, the whole medical system's a one-way system. I had to call out of the country to get advice from doctors out of the country on what to do with my husband. And I tried everything, but they had him so drugged up and stuff. You know, it was a roller coaster ride. But I will tell you one thing. When I saw his MRIs and his colonoscopy stuff, to me, the way that cancer progressed, it was like a parasite. Totally like a parasite. So I started bringing that up in conversation on YouTube. And I'm coming to find out other people are believing the same thing, and they're finding out that there's ways to kill this parasite easily, and my husband could have been saved. I do not trust these doctors. They would come in with a shit-eating grin on their faces, playing games with my husband and I, saying, oh, we could try this, we could try that. Oh, wait a minute. No, we can't. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do appointments where we sit down and chit-chat and figure out what we're going to do. The whole month of his last month of his life, he died to the day they said that he was going to die. They would come in every day, 5 and 10 doctors, groups of them. Oh, you're just going to die. Just go to hospice. Just give it up. Oh, wait a minute. We could try this. Oh, wait a minute. We could try. Have an appointment here. Do this. Try that. Do that. You know, ran us through the fucking ringer. He ended up dying. All of it is big lies. These doctors make buku bucks off their chemo packages and bullshit. Garbage. They will never tell you to do anything natural or provide any natural herbs from around the world or anything to cure you or whatever. They won't do it. And you put these, and you got parents and grandparents, you got to go to the doctor. You got to go to the doctor. And they're requiring coming up where you have to go to a doctor to get certain paperwork, where it's all a one-way medical system where no holistic medical paperwork counts. No holistic doctor counts. It's only their way. And, you know, I'm tired of living my life by somebody else's will. All these other motherfuckers' will. The will of the medical system, the will of the government, the will of, you know what I mean? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of living by somebody else's will, doing their fucking paperwork, taking it to them, paying them to file it. They can't account for money, trillions of dollars, can't account for it. We're doing all the work, paying them, and running and chasing paperwork and shit for them. Well, they're being a bunch of fucking freeloaders. And then we're living our lives by somebody else's fucking will and somebody else's design to interrupt our lives, to go do paperwork for them and pay them and all this stupid bullshit of a one-way fucking system. Well, you know, hey, maybe I want to do holistically. Maybe I want a primary care physician to be total holistic, not affiliated with your medical industry. And I want that to count for something. You know, fuck your medical system and your certificates, your fucking insurance. You know, you're making it to where we have to have that? No, we do not. We can have a whole other fucking system, but you keep on fighting against that, killing off holistic doctors, all kinds of shit. Fuck you. Fuck this system. I'm not living my life by the will of everybody fucking else and then have to pay the repercussions for my soul. My soul. It's my soul. If I believe your fucking shit is wrong and criminal because I'm watching you, you know, we're all sitting back watching the government. We're all sitting back watching the government commit crimes and then claim themselves sovereign from their crimes because the American people and everybody's too scared to stand up against them because they got all these weapons. They're listening to you 24/7. They can make your life a living fucking hell. Because they target you. Try to stand up. They'll target you. They'll come right up in your house, fucking take all your shit, look up in all your shit, try to find ways to make up shit about you, and fuck with you. People are scared of that. You know? Amongst other things, are being killed. You know? They can use a satellite and pop anybody's heart. Or use their technology, their smart technology, and pop anybody's heart off. Okay? They can do whatever the fuck they want. But, the wall's going up. Either Americans are going to be bum rushing to get across that fucking wall. Or, and the rest of the world is going to shun us because we're so disease-ridden. Right? Plus, we're going to be inside of a wall, disease-ridden with the viruses and shit, right? Oh, yeah, there's a new one coming out. So then the rest of the world ain't going to want us in their countries. Do you not see? Make it very difficult. You're going to have God knows how many fucking vaccinations. You got to have this one or that one or this one. I bet their stocks are going way up. They're fucking profiting off of this. But they're going to be promoting the hell out of this, including through churches. Religious leaders, yep. Well, that's been going on for a long time. They don't want you to have faith in, standing on your own 2 feet. They want you to give your soul away and be dependent. Be dependent on the medical system. Put your faith in man. Be dependent on the government. Put your faith in man. Be dependent on your pastor, preacher man. All of it. Give your soul away. When the creator that created us, that when we die we go back to, didn't create us to sit here and fucking torment us our whole fucking life, people. This is all man's design. Silver tongue, thick books of laws, thick books for religions, running to and fro. Has everybody running to and fro. So, and then they get dependent. Gotta get confirmation. Can't stand on their own 2 feet for what they believe in their heart. Come on, people. Grow the fuck up. Quit being dependent. See, that's what the government, is a parent over you and your life and your children. Just everything in your life. Count on it. Because in the future, they're going to be selling air. Because, they've already got other life essentials that is equal for everybody. But, they got control of everything. And, so they sell people water. They sell people, shelter, food. They got to be selling the air in the future. I mean, no rock unturned. They took the nutrients out of food, because they're genetically modified and shit. And then they sell you the nutrient on the side. You see the money to be made? It's everywhere. And, enough is enough. What is everybody waiting for? The last minute? The last minute? Hello? The last minute is here. And the trumpets that are blowing is the truthers.